Good evening, everyone. I'm Vishnu Ektab, and in front of all of you, I'm presenting the Wall Street Journal newspaper headline. So, first of all, Peru's president outside after move to dissolve Congress. Next, Apple beefs up user security, risking law enforcement ear. Next, Beijing abruptly relaxes COVID-19 measures. Next, ex-Theranos president sentenced. Next, tensions build at Salesforce before leadership shuffle. Next, housing market storms forecasters. Next, German rates foil alleged terror plot for rightist cup. Then on page number 2, in that old habits complicate a deal on chips EVs. Then next on page number 3, in that Indiana sues TikTok saying it aims adult content at teens. Then on page number 4, in that justices wait case on election map. Next, Warnock win clears some path for Senate Democrats. Next, vote cements Georgia background status. Then on page number 6, in that states are set for abortion fights. Next, time runs short for accord on spending. Next, Trump legal team finds classified papers. Next, Salesforce tensions build. Then on page number 8, in that intimates had advance word of Bulgar's prison transfer. Next, alleged Russian agent charged with fraud. The next on page number 9, in that Osaio Cortez cited in ethics complaint. Next, victim's family sues city former officer. Next, gaming panel says Casino broke law. Next, Apple beefs up security. Next, New York Attorney General defends harassment inquiry. Then on page number 10, in that Peru Congress ousted embattled president. Next, Sisters of Iran's supreme leader calls to his overthrow. Next, German raids foil cup plot. Then on page number 11, in that Pope Francis equates conflict in Ukraine with the Holocaust. Next, Russia boost defenses after strikes. Next, 2 million year old DNA is analyzed. Next, freed bomb maker kills officer in attack. Next, airport staff plan Christmas walkout. Then on page number 12, in that Chinese exports extend declined. Next, EU Swiss China at WTO over Lithuania. Next, US to step up Australia military presence. Next, Beijing ends many COVID curves. Then on page number 13, in that excise Saudi visit reflects China's rise in Middle East. Next, Bank of Canada lifts a rate of half points. Next, oil prices boost kingdoms coffeers. Then on page number 14, in that Bhepri egg debate sizzles. Next, housing forecast confounds. Then on page number 15, in that seat savers spark debate on South West. Next, why you cannot call a business. Then on page number 16, in that online tools give non-narrates a turn at artificial intelligence. Then on page number 17, in that the nut cracker, the children charm. Next, when RYE met Pashturami. Then on page number 18, in that Judge Yankees reached $360 million deal. Next, teams are not maxing out on subs. Next, a matchup to watch in England versus France. Then on page number 19, in that Putin has its a nation's identity. Next, fraud forensics. Next, Georgia runoffs warnings for both parties. Next, my free range parents keep me healthy. Then on page number 20, in that the the Pentagon goes to climate war. Next, Jim Crow 2.0 dies again in Georgia. Next, excise Jimmy great COVID reopening. Next, what Jimmy Lay uh, persecutor fear the most. Next, the politics of student debt before the court. Next, Twitter censorship and intelligence agencies. Next, Trump is not anti-Semite. Next, judge the man his act. Next, do you trust the Pentagon? Next, on page number 21, in that the Republican House can restrain spending. Next, pursuit of global power unities, China, XI, and Saudi Arabia MBS. Next, who's to blame for the high cost of living? Then next on page number 23, in that Balwani gets 13 year sentence. Next, Boeing is set back on hopes for new MAX. Next, Carvana shares shrink on debt fears. Next, Campbell soap rises outlook. Next, Google to merge map, Vaze personal. Next, Times staffers plan one day walkout. Then on page number 24, in that Boeing's MAX Max plan setback. Next, Southwest resumes quarterly dividend. Next, Campbell arises outlook. Next, Theranos Balwani is sentenced. Next, Carnava shares pledge. And then on page number 24, in that music deal maker face discord. Next, US judge dismisses Zantac lawsuit. Then on page number 26, in that Washington Post mulls tech sales. Next, FTX hires team to track assets. Next, Times staffer set walkout. Then on page number 27, in that Wordle Ukraine Queen Elizabeth lead 2022 Google searches. Next, Musk Twitter takeover saga already due to become book. Next, Google to merge map units. Then on page number 28, in that AI chat tech could fuel drug recovery. Then on page the next, Brazil a vision of hydropower in gaining traction in wind and solar. Then on page number 32, in that Europe's stock draw investors. Next, SAC plans to float proposal to revamp market. Next, China reopening risk repeat of world's hopes. The next on page number 33, in that S&P extended losing streak to 5 days. Next, public crypto firm flash accounting red flags. Then on page number 13.4, in that there is no free money in Bitcoin. Next, Campbell turnaround reaches full boil. Next, Airbus warning comes at a risk time. Next, TSMC's US chip gambit has powerful backers. That much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.